Right now, the White House is nervous, not because of headlines, not because of social media, because Americans are broke. Credit card debt just hit record highs. Auto delinquencies are climbing, savings rates are shrinking, people are swiping plastic for groceries. Yes, groceries. And at the same time, there's talk of a $2,000 tariff dividend hitting Americans' bank accounts. But here's the problem. The math doesn't work. But of course, the politics do. And if you don't understand the strategy behind what's happening right now, you're going to get emotionally played in 2026. So let's break this down fast, clear, and no fluff. But let's talk about what Trump actually said. President Trump sat down in a recent NBC interview and was asked directly, are Americans getting $2,000 checks from tariff revenue? Now, I'm not gonna put the clip in here because it's gonna get taken down because it's way too long. So please do me a favor and just Google Trump NBC interview and watch the entire thing up until where he talks about these checks, because he's very clear in what he stated, and I'm not gonna change any words at all. Now, his answer was, I'm looking at this very seriously. I may make the commitment. That is not a yes, that is not a no. That is political leverage. And understand something, when a politician says, I may, during an election cycle, that's not casual language, that's strategic positioning, because people right now are desperate for relief. So let's talk about why Americans are struggling. Let's talk real numbers. Credit card APRs are over 25%. Car payments are averaging over $700 a month. Insurance premiums up double digits. Rent is still elevated. Groceries are still high. Now combine that with student loan payments resumed, pandemic savings drained, and wages not keeping up with cost of living. You don't need a headline to tell you people are tight. You can feel it. So when someone floats $2,000 checks, it hits emotionally. It creates hope, and hope moves voters. But there's a problem, and that's called the math problem. Now, let's remove emotional and do math. There are roughly 330 million Americans. $2,000 per person equals about $660 billion. $660 billion for one round. Just simply one round. The United States is already over 30 trillion in debt. We run deficits every year. So unless tariff revenue magically covers that full amount, which it doesn't, you're either increasing debt, cutting somewhere else, or just printing money. And a lot of you will say, let's just turn on the machines, print the money. But if you print money, inflation creeps back up, which means that $2,000 check costs you more later. That's the simple cycle. That's what got us here after COVID. Everybody was excited about these COVID stimulus, all this money going to businesses, PPP loans. This is what got us here right now. But we need to talk about tariffs, the hidden cost. So of course, let's talk tariffs for a second. Tariffs bring revenue into the government, yes. But tariffs also raise costs for companies importing goods. Companies pass those costs to consumers. Consumers pay more, government says, here's relief. Do you see the endless loop here? You pay higher prices, then receive a check funded partly by the system that raised prices. That's not conspiracy, that's economic mechanics. Now let me talk about what I call targeted relief, because this is the real play. And here's where it gets interesting. The White House aides have already hinted that there's no realistic way to give every American $2,000. So what's more likely? Targeted relief. And of course that changes everything, because targeted relief means lower income households may qualify, seniors may get prescription relief, military families already received 1,776 bonuses, certain tax brackets may get adjustments, and investors may see capital gains tweaks. Shocker. Do you notice something? Those are strategic voter groups. Every administration does this. It's not about universal help, it's about precision. This all leads to one thing: the midterm strategy. Because midterms are coming. 6 months after tax season, most people forget their refund bump. But they won't forget those grocery prices. They won't forget insurance bills. They won't forget rents. So politically, here's the play. If polling looks weak, make the check urgent. If polling looks strong, keep it as a floating promise. That's leverage. And when he says, I may commit, he's holding the card. But now let's switch gears and talk about you. Here's the biggest mistake people make when relief is floated. They emotionally spend it before it arrives. They delay paying down debt. They avoid adjusting their budget. They think help is coming. That mindset is dangerous because if that check doesn't land, you've lost 6 months of financial preparation. And in this economy, 6 months matters. Now let's talk about inflation. What they say versus what you feel. In the interview, Trump referenced inflation cooling in recent months. And yes, short-term metrics can show moderation. But here's the difference. Macro inflation versus lived inflation. Macro may say 1 to 2%, but lived inflation is your insurance premium jumped, your grocery bill total, your rent renewal, your car repair. If your expenses are up 10 to 15% year over year, a $2,000 check buys breathing room, not transformation. Let's just be honest. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Luis. Luis's credit score went up 261 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. And Jency's credit score went up 225 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. But let's not forget James. James's credit score went up 207 points after just 1 round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. So let's talk about who really benefits the most. Let's be real. If this turns into targeted relief, here's who likely wins. Households under certain income thresholds, retirees, military families, possibly small business owners, and investors through tax changes. Imagine that. Now here's the twist. Upper income earners may not get a direct check, but they could benefit from tax code changes that dwarf 2000. So the optics are relief for Americans. The structure is more layered. But let's switch gears and talk about why universal checks are most likely unlikely. Think about this. During the pandemic, stimulus checks were justified as emergency measures. We were in lockdown. Unemployment spiked. The economy froze. Right now, unemployment is relatively low. Remember, I said relatively because in my eyes, unemployment has skyrocketed. But again, I digress. Markets are active, GDP is moving. That makes it politically hard to justify universal checks, which brings us back to targeted relief. Most efficient politically, less expensive fiscally, and more controllable strategically. Now, of course, we need to talk about what you should be doing instead. Here's the Mike the Credit Guy reality check. Do not build your financial plan around a political maybe, but instead, I want you to focus on 5 different steps. Number 1, kill high interest debt first as fast as you possibly can. Number 2, build at least 1 additional income stream. A lot of people want to hear that. They really don't want to hear that, but it's needed. Number 3, strengthen your credit profile. Number 4, cut recurring expenses quietly draining you. And number 5, build 3 to 6 months of reserves if possible. And if the check comes, it becomes bonus capital. If it doesn't, you're not scrambling. That's power. But here's the hardest truth. The federal government cannot permanently subsidize rising costs. Debt levels are too high, deficits are too large. Every relief dollar has consequences, so relief will always be selective, calculated, and timed, which means you're waiting on Washington to fix your household. You're playing defense, and defense in this economy loses. Last part's the most important. But let's forget politics for a second. Let me ask you something. If $2,000 dropped in your account tomorrow, would it eliminate your debt or would it disappear into bills? I want you to be honest with me because for most households, it buys 30 to 60 days. Then the cycle resumes. That's why financial positioning matters more than relief timing. So here's my final strategic takeaway. Here's what's really happening. The $2,000 check is leverage. It's a floating promise. It's political currency. It may happen or it may not, but the conversation itself moves attention, hope, and expectation. And election cycles, expectation is powerful. So don't get emotionally played, get financially positioned. If it comes, great. If it doesn't, you're still stable. That's the real flex. Now, I want you to drop it in the comments right now. If a $2,000 tariff check came tomorrow, does it change your life or buy time? Now, understand, I read every comment. And if you want real breakdowns like this, no bias, no fluff, just strategy, make sure to smash that like button so this gets out to more people. But in this economy, information isn't power, positioning is. Now, it's very urgent that you learn about these massive new changes that are going to hit on March 1st and March 20th. You can watch them all right now. This is about the banking system and everything that nobody is talking about. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.